Linchpin. Are you indispensable? Are you indispensable no matter what field of endeavor you are working and living in? Understanding the value of making yourself indispensable and learning how to do so is the focus of Seth Godin's 2010 book, Linchpin. Are You Indispensable? In this work, Godin sets out to explain what he believes makes a person indispensable, and also to explain that the way to make yourself indispensable is by rejecting the idea of blending in. In Godin's view, society conditions people to conform to certain accepted modes of behavior. But when we blend in, we are doing the very opposite of making ourselves indispensable, because we're trying to be just like everybody else. The way to make yourself indispensable from this perspective is to break free from the societal boundaries we've been pigeonholed into and make yourself indispensable through your unique attributes. Hence, for Godin, we should not be aiming to make ourselves average or ordinary, but trying to become like a linchpin, someone who is different, a person who hasn't lost their own individuality and is truly capable of creating art. By art here, Godin does not mean the kind of art we paint or sculpt, but rather the art we produce when we can do or produce something which no one else can do in quite the same way. The linchpin is someone who perfects their abilities in a certain sphere to the extent that they become indispensable. Godin's view on being a linchpin and making yourself indispensable are best expressed in his own words. The job is what you do when you are told what to do. The job is showing up at the factory, following instructions, meeting spec, and being managed. Someone can always do your job a little better or faster or cheaper than you can. The job might be difficult. It might require skill, but it's a job. Your art is what you do when no one can tell you exactly how to do it. Your art is the act of taking responsibility, challenging the status quo, and changing people. So to be a linchpin is to be such a vital part of an organization that the company or business you work for would no longer be able to operate as well as it can without your contribution and input. Much like a wheel cannot fully function without the linchpin of it. Becoming indispensable will not happen without effort. As Godin explains, there are a number of key qualities which a person needs to acquire in order to become an indispensable linchpin. You need to be creative and innovative, but most of all, a person needs to be a hard worker with a passion to succeed. But when you reach the point of being a linchpin, you will become indispensable in your field of endeavors. The benefits of that will be immense.